Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. You've probably heard the rumors swirling around the NFL lately, and if you're a Commanders fan, you know how important it is to stay ahead of the curve. There's some serious speculation that Washington might be eyeing a major upgrade at cornerback, specifically Christian Gonzalez from the New England Patriots. And trust me, this isn't just idle chatter. There's real substance behind these whispers, and it could mean a significant shift for Washington's defense, especially as they look to solidify their secondary and make a real run in the NFC. So let's break down what's going on. The Patriots, currently sitting at 2-7, are in a tight spot financially, with only about $11 million in cap space and a roster that's been struggling to find consistency. Their secondary, which was supposed to be a strength, has been anything but. They're giving up over 27 points a game, and their pass defense ranks around 25th in the league, surrendering about 230 yards per game through the air. With that kind of performance, it's no wonder the Pats are considering rebuilding, especially after their recent struggles like the post-Mayfield flop, which saw them dropping games despite some decent offensive numbers. And the key piece here is Gonzalez. The 23-year-old cornerback has been turning heads with his impressive play, especially in man coverage. Last season, Gonzalez registered 41 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 12 pass deflections, earning a PFF grade of 87. That's elite for a young corner. His stats show a player who can lock down top receivers, and his ball skills are top-notch, with 4 interceptions so far in his career. His ability to cover and make plays is what makes him such a hot commodity. Even with a hip injury that sidelined him in Week 5, Gonzalez's overall performance remains impressive, and he's viewed as a rising star in the league. Now, the trade talks are reportedly centered around a package that could include a third-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fifth-rounder in 2027. The Patriots, facing cap constraints and needing to rebuild, might be willing to part ways with Gonzalez in exchange for future assets that help them reset. But here's where it gets interesting. Washington, currently sitting at 3-6 with a little over $22 million in cap space, has a real opportunity to bolster their secondary, making them even more formidable on defense. If the Commanders acquire Gonzalez, it's not just about adding another talented player. It's about turning the page towards a dominant, almost Legion of Boom-style secondary. Gonzalez, with his ability to shut down top receivers, could elevate the entire unit. His presence would complement and possibly even replace some of the production lost with the departure of other key players, allowing Washington to become one of the best pass defenses in the league. And with his knack for forcing turnovers, his interception rate has been climbing, and his ability to cover man-to-man makes him a perfect fit in the aggressive schemes the Commanders are trying to implement. Gonzalez could be the piece that pushes this defense from decent to elite. Imagine Gonzalez lining up against division rivals, shutting down their WR1s, making it almost impossible for opponents to move the ball through the air. His matchup potential is huge, especially when considering his +1.9 pass deflection rate versus other CBs and a +10% man coverage win rate. These numbers aren't just stats, they're indicators of a player who can change the course of games. And if the Commanders can lock him in long-term, it's a move that could echo through their franchise history, much like the Norman era, players who not only make plays but define eras. But why is this such a big deal? Well, for starters, the NFC East is as competitive as ever. The Eagles, with their recent trade of Slay, saw a 15% boost in their pass defense, and Gonzalez's addition could have a similar impact for Washington. Not only that, but the team's current trajectory suggests that a stronger secondary could be the difference between a playoff appearance and an early exit. Washington's defense has been suffocating at times, and adding a player like Gonzalez would elevate that to another level, especially in high-stakes moments. Looking ahead to the playoffs, the potential for Gonzalez to be a key factor is enormous. The Super Bowl odds for the Commanders currently stand at +12-0, but with him in the fold, those odds could improve significantly, possibly down to +4-200. His ball skills, including 4 interceptions so far, are exactly what teams need to seal victories in tight games. Think about the matchups against top-tier offenses. Gonzalez could be the X-factor that turns a close game into a Commanders win, just as cornerbacks like Norman did during their prime. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The Patriots are at a crossroads. Their secondary has been struggling, and losing Gonzalez would be a blow, but it might be a necessary step in their rebuild, especially with financial constraints forcing their hand. For Washington, this trade could be pivotal. It's not just about acquiring a talented young player, but about making a statement. The Commanders are serious about competing now and in the future. They're positioning themselves as a team that can contend, especially if they can lock down their opponents, top receivers, and create turnovers at a higher rate. Gonzalez's ability to neutralize WR1s and force turnovers would be a game changer, especially in a division that's only getting tougher. Fans of the team, you know how crucial it is to have that lockdown corner who can take away half the field. Gonzalez's skills, combined with the team's improving pass rush and overall defense, could make the Commanders a nightmare to face. His potential matchup against some of the league's best WRs, think about the battles against players like Terry McLaurin or other division rivals, would be a sight to see. And speaking of McLaurin, having Gonzalez on the other side could free up more opportunities for our star receiver to shine, as opponents would have to dedicate extra coverage to Gonzalez's side, opening up the field for our offense. Looking even deeper, this move could have a ripple effect on the team's draft strategy and free agency plans moving forward. If the Commanders do land Gonzalez, they might focus more on bolstering their pass rush or adding a reliable safety to complement that secondary. It's all about building a cohesive, aggressive defense that can go toe-to-toe with any team in the league. And don't forget, the team's coaching staff has shown they're not afraid to make bold moves. This could be the biggest one yet, signaling a serious intent to contend sooner rather than later. As we approach the trade deadline, all eyes will be on what the Commanders and Patriots decide. If Washington pulls the trigger, it might just be the move that elevates them into serious playoff contention and beyond. And for the fans, it's an exciting time. Seeing a young star like Gonzalez in the burgundy and gold could be the start of a new era of dominance. Imagine the headlines, the highlight reels, and the playoff battles where Gonzalez's ball skills and lockdown coverage become legendary moments, echoing the era of Norman, but with his own unique style. In the end, whether this trade happens or not, it's clear that the NFL landscape is shifting, and the Commanders are positioning themselves to be at the forefront. Their defense, with or without Gonzalez, is already trending upward, but adding a player of his caliber would take it to a whole new level. It's about building a team that can shut down the league's best and make a real splash in the postseason. And for you, the faithful Commanders fans, all eyes are on Washington's front office to see if they make the move that could define the franchise's future. The stakes are high, the division is tough, but with Gonzalez in burgundy and gold, the future looks brighter than ever. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Gonzalez would be the game changer we've been waiting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. The NFL season is heating up, and this trade talk could be the spark that ignites our playoff push. Keep the passion alive and let's go Commanders.